Nancy Pelosi, she wants to cancel the State of the Union. Tell me, sir, why? Because apparently we need to lay it out for her and other Democrats. That would be such a bad idea.
Well, it would be a bad idea. And, you know, actually, I remember long before I ever thought about running for Congress. I'm just a regular guy working for a living. But some people talked about not letting Bill Clinton come and give his State of the Union, I think, in 1999. And Republicans were correctly, I think, criticized for denying the president the ability to come and talk to the American people directly from a joint session of House and Senate in the Congress. It's a big deal. It's obviously a big backdrop, and I think that's probably what's on Speaker Pelosi's mind, is that she does not want to give the president this type of format to take his case directly to the American people, because we know he's very effective when he delivers like that.
You know, he's the president of the United States, and whether she likes it or not, the American people elected him, and the American people, we deserve and we have the right to a State of the Union address every single year. That is our opportunity to hear directly from the president. For her to try and get rid of that or push that aside, I mean, we keep talking about Venezuela on this show, and it's important to do so because, you know, some on the left really want to head that route themselves with socialism. But, you know, we talk about Venezuela and these banana republics. To me, you're no better if you're not going to address the American people as promised, like every president has before you. Yet she wants to send us down that path.
And required by the Constitution. Exactly.
We've got more on the Constitution tonight, so hold that thought. I do want to ask you about the money that's being spent right now, because it's estimated at roughly $200 million a day, so we're crunching the numbers here. And guess what, Congressman? It's cost us the wall. And before it's all said and done, it may be the wall and then some. In other words, we have spent nearly $6 billion as a result of the shutdown, And I just wonder, you know, is this really worth it for them? What is the goal here?
I find it hard to see what the secondary gain of the House Speaker and the House Democrats are. Of course, we have our Rules Committee that continues to meet, and they continue to bring bills forward that they send to the floor that have no hope of passing. And if they did pass, the president would veto them, and we'd sustain his veto. So it's an exercise in futility. But what is frustrating to me is when you hear their rhetoric, when you hear them talk, they say all we're asking is to open the government for 30 days, and we'll negotiate during that time. But Speaker Pelosi already foreclosed that opportunity. Minority Leader Chuck Schumer foreclosed on that opportunity last week when they went down to the White House. And the president asked them, said, okay, if I allow things to open up for 30 days, then can we talk about border security? And they said, no, not a penny, not a dime. And that's when he said, bye-bye.
You know, it didn't used to be like this. And I keep saying, I will play this sound just to remind the world of where they once stood. I'm playing it every single night. We have a shutdown going. So, Congressman, here it is. Here's the whole Democratic club saying they actually believed in stronger borders at one time.
It is wrong and ultimately self-defeating for a nation of immigrants to permit the kind of abuse of our immigration laws we have seen in recent years, and we must do more to stop it.
We simply cannot allow people to pour into the United States undetected, undocumented, unchecked.
We do not want to do anything to encourage more illegal immigration into this country.
The American people are fundamentally pro-legal immigration and anti-illegal immigration. We will only pass comprehensive reform when we recognize this fundamental concept.
Okay, Congressman, what happened?
Where are those guys? I could work with them. I mean, I think the president could work with them. I think he would welcome that type of a give and take. But, you know, when the speaker gave her answer to the president's Oval Office address, she said, yes, I'm for border security. I want technology to detect when a border crossing occurs. No, you know, actually, I want to prevent it, because once someone crosses, that is, in fact, the problem. They've broken the law, and it taxes our system. 10,000 children right now being cared for in facilities in our country because their governments wouldn't provide care for them and sent them to us in those caravans. Well, it is not right, and it's not fair to the American taxpayer that they're spending money on foreign aid for those countries, and yet we're also having to pay to take care of their children.